Hi! Yes, this is weird for me too. If you're new here and unaware, I'm I Dream Album, and this is my channel that I use to post clips of my favourite game, the Somnium Files. This isn't the typical kind of video I make, obviously, but the lovely people over at Chunsoft actually gave me a special review code for the latest game in the Somnium Files series, No Sleep for Kaname. Isn't that cool? Therefore, as of the recording of this video, the game hasn't actually been officially released, but I am grateful that I was actually able to play the game early, as well as the fact that I'm probably going to be able to get you guys clips earlier than anticipated, which is great. Of course, spoiler warning for those clips, I plan on posting them basically as soon as I finish playing the game, so be warned of that. But alas, with the early access review code I got comes a review. But, just because Chunsoft sent me a review code doesn't mean that my thoughts and opinions aren't my own. Everything I say in this review is my own opinion. I do have things I like and dislike about the game, but this is the Somnium Files channel, and I did state that the Somnium Files is my favourite game, so obviously I don't have too many problems, but alas, this is me being honest about the game and what I think about it. That being said, I should also mention that, as the title says, this is a spoiler-free review. This video won't spoil anything in the latest game, as well as anything in the previous series, though I do highly recommend that you play the games in order. You can actually enjoy all the games in any order you please, thanks to them all having a spoiler-free mode, including this one. So to catch everyone up to speed, I'll briefly explain what all this is.
Well, I suppose I will try it. She's hard.
Yeah, me too.
The Somnium Files follows Special Police Officer Kaname, who is a top-secret member of a top-secret unit called Abyss. Using a method called syncing, Date can dive into people's dreams, or as it's called in-game, Somnium. But he can't do too much sleuthing, as the Somnium world has a limit of 6 minutes. If he was to overstay his welcome, then let's just say he wouldn't be waking up anytime soon. Date is of course helped by Iba, which is an AI living in his left eye socket. Iba acts as Date's avatar during these Somnium segments, as well as his biggest hater outside of them.
Is this Somnium starting to get to you, Date?
I'm my usual self.
That's the problem.
But hey, remember when I said there was a new game? We're here to talk about aliens. In this latest game, Ira Sagan, who is one of the many characters you'll meet in this series, gets abducted by aliens and is forced to play an escape game. It's quite the leap from the game's techno-future vibe, but hey, sci-fi's gonna sci-fi, am I right? In this latest entry, the game balances its usual Somnium segments with its brand new escape room segments, and I would say that adds a whole new layer of tension. Honestly, I love these new escape room segments. Funnily enough, immediately after playing the Somnium Files, I played Zero Escape, and I feel like it goes without saying, but if you played Zero Escape, you'll definitely enjoy the Somnium Files, and even if you haven't played it or heard of it, I obviously recommend you give both games a shot. Same creator. Anyway, Zero Escape plays aside, during the escape rooms, the usual wits and puzzle solving skills to seek a way out and hopefully set yourself free. For those in the audience who are like me, aka terrible at puzzles, this game actually introduces a new story mode, in which, in all honesty, the characters will just eventually tell you the answer. This can really help you when you're in a bind and you're unsure of how to move forward, as you can actually change the difficulty in the middle of the escape game, meaning you could quickly change it to story mode if you're struggling with a specific puzzle, see the answer, and then switch it back to a harder difficulty without feeling too ashamed of yourself. Not only is this new difficulty setting great for those who just want to sit back and focus on the story, it's also great for those who got the game 10 days early and cannot search out the answers. And hey, this is a spoiler-free review, but all I'm gonna say is that a backwards 5 does not look like a 2, Another thing I enjoy about these new escape game segments is the search feature. With the press of a button, the game will highlight anything you are able to investigate, and objects that are specifically notable will be highlighted in yellow. When playing standard difficulty or above, you'll be limited to only using this feature 10 times, but on easy or below, you're free to use this feature as much as you like. Honestly, this feature is such a lifesaver because there is so much to keep track of in these escape game segments that sometimes you just need the game to hold your hand and just show you what is literally in front of you. This is a small thing, but one thing that I love about this game is that it has new collectibles. In previous entries, the only collectibles were eyeballs, which were used to unlock concept art or special images in the dream album. Yet, this game introduces a new collectible in the non-dream world. These little Ada Rabbit sticker things. I love them. To be completely honest, when I was playing the previous two games, I usually would play the Somnium normally once, and then I would use a guide to tell me where the hidden eyeballs were. But the thing that makes these Ada Rabbit stickers so fun to collect is the game actually gives you hints as to where they're located in the game's appendix. This makes it way easier for you to find these little guys on your own without a guide. And I think it honestly makes them way more fun to collect because it actually really gets you thinking. No game is perfect, but honestly I would be lying if I said that I had many bones to pick with this latest entry. This isn't an issue that will affect most players, but just a fair warning before you play. I played this game on Steam and I had a small issue when playing the game for the first time. I played the game using Bluetooth and a PS4 controller, though you may have noticed that in my footage, all of my controls are Xbox. No matter how many times I tried using Steam or the game's settings, it would not display the correct button prompts. When I plugged my controller directly into my laptop to see if it would work, it for some reason muted the entire game. I'm unsure why that happened. But when I eventually unplugged it, it caused this confusing mess to happen. I hope eventually this gets fixed, as games usually are able to detect when you're using a certain controller with no issues. But alas, I did get this game early, so no day negative 10 patch for me, I guess. So to conclude, should you play No Sleep for Kaname Date? What do you think I'm going to say? Yes! If you're already a fan of either Somnium Files, I definitely recommend you give this new entry a try. Even if it is a little different, the new escape room segments bring something fresh to the table, and it's definitely something that will help you fall even more in love with the characters you already know. And if you're new to the series, or are just looking for a new game to play, story-wise, I definitely would not recommend you start with this one, but you will definitely still get a lot of enjoyment out of this title. As mentioned before, this game actually does have a spoiler-free mode, allowing you to enjoy all these fun new mechanics without knowing any of the plot details. Though, it is worth mentioning that the first game does have a free demo on PS4, as well as the whole series currently being on a super cheap Steam sale. Once again, thank you to Chunsoft for providing me with a review code. I'm yet to complete the game myself, but I dream out of viewers. I swear, the moment I do, I'll be posting clips here as usual. If you're new here, feel free to check out my backlog. I'm not just saying that as a general YouTuber thing, but if this game does seem to interest you at all, then the clips I have on my channel of this game might pique your interest a little bit more. No Sleep for Kaname Date releases on Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, as well as Steam on July 25th. Make sure to pick up the other games by the 26th on Steam so you can enjoy the series to the fullest and take advantage of that cool sale.